following developing news tonight in Lancaster, where pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old. I'm sorry. Sorry the way that I look. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad because there's like nothing I can do.
You know, be a happy camper.
He was found dead Saturday in his California home at the age of 34. Pop sensation's life cut short.
Code 3 responses needed. Feel about yelling at 902 in the tub.
Because I think the mental illness he has and the addiction he had, I think was controlling his life. But Aaron also was a very lonely person in his life. You know, he had friends, he had family, but I think he's the type of a guy, he wants to be surrounded with family, blood-related family. He loved his son, you know, he loved kids. And in a point he said, "Can you be the godfather of my son?" I said, "Of course I will be the godfather." But I think he was giving too much, but he was very lonely in his own mind.
Hollywood is once again in turmoil, shaken by explosive allegations that reach into the darkest corners of the industry. Rap mogul 50 Cent has intensified his public crusade against Sean Diddy Combs as shocking new claims begin to surface. Among the most disturbing, suggestions that Diddy may be connected to the mysterious death of former teen star Aaron Carter. Known for his early fame and as the younger brother of Backstreet Boys' Nick Carter, Aaron's life was marked by personal struggles. His sudden death in 2022, found in a bathtub at just 34, left fans stunned. But now, unsettling accusations are casting doubt on the official story, hinting that what seemed like a tragic accident may conceal a far darker reality.
People have been moving in and out of that home behind me all day. And tonight we heard from some of those closest to Aaron Carter, and they all say the same thing. They all share stories of a very kind, loving, caring, humble, yet troubled young man. It's the tragic death of a young performer, and now family, friends, and fans around the world are suffering the loss. Singer, rapper, actor Aaron Carter is dead at the age of 34.
Oh my God.
Carter's close friend and stylist shared this video of a recent birthday celebration for Carter's fiancée, Melanie Martin. She is also the mother of their 11-month-old son, Prince.
It's very painful. Very, very painful. I talked to him 2 weeks ago. He was at the dentist and he FaceTimed me. He said, "Come over." And I said, I have work to do. I wish I could have just go see him at least one more time.
LA County firefighters say they received a call about a drowning. The LA County Sheriff's Department says a house sitter called 911 around 11 a.m. Saturday to report a man unresponsive in his bathtub. It was Carter. The dispatcher advised her to start CPR until deputies and paramedics arrived. Then emergency personnel pronounced Aaron Carter dead at the scene. He had been grappling with substance for years, in and out of rehab. He once appeared on the show The Doctors, explaining he suffered from a number of mental health issues and was taking a variety of prescription pills to treat those conditions.
He was a good person. You know, he had his demons, as we all do, you know. I just wish he had another chance to defeat those demons, I'll say.
Carter began performing as a child and had hit albums starting in his teenage years. He is the younger brother of Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys and performed as an opening act for Britney Spears as well as his brother's boy band, and also appeared on the reality TV series House of Carters. Fiancée Melanie Martin, social media influencer and model, arrived at the home to talk with investigators and seemed inconsolable. According to reports, their son Prince is under the court-ordered custody of Melanie's mother. But Aaron Carter revealed recently that he had entered rehab for a 5th time, seeking to regain custody of Prince. All right, take a look at this. Aaron Carter's public relations firm released a statement, quote, "The family has been notified and will be flying out to Los Angeles. Aaron worked very hard towards the end of his life in recovery to be a good father and to make amends with his family."
Comforted by the rest of the band to the audience cries of, "We love you, Nick," grieving for his little brother. Nick writing in a social media post Sunday, "My heart is broken. Even though my brother and I had a complicated relationship, my love for him has never ever faded. Addiction and mental illness is the real villain here. I love you, Chiz." Aaron had a meteoric rise to fame. He was 9 years old when he first performed on stage, and by 13, he was a hit recording artist. His most popular album, Aaron's Party, peaking to number 4 on the Billboard 200 list, selling more than 3 million copies. This guest star stand on Lizzie McGuire in 2001, ratifying his first crush status for a tween nation.
Merry Christmas, Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire's Hilary Duff once dated Aaron, taking to Instagram, addressing Aaron directly with compassion, writing, "I'm deeply sorry that life was so hard for you and that you had to struggle in front of the whole world. Boy, did my teenage self love you deeply." The actor and singer's death coming after years of deep-rooted personal and professional turmoil.
Aaron told me in 2011, "I love being a performer and entertaining, and when I can't do that, my world is in shambles. It doesn't work for me."
Over the years, Aaron dealing with bankruptcy and family strife.
What do you think the price of fame was for your family?
Self-destructing. Like a tornado just came through our house and family got tossed everywhere.
Battling with losing his sister Leslie to an overdose in January of 2012. The former teenage heartthrob was embroiled in domestic violence accusations by his fiancée. And in 2019, his brother Nick and twin sister Angel filed a restraining order against Aaron. He also publicly shared his struggles with addiction, talking about it here on The Doctors.
I was huffing because I'm a drug addict. So I'm a drug addict in recovery. You might not look at me smoking weed as being sober, but I do.
Hollywood is abuzz with renewed speculation as whispers grow louder that the FBI may be reopening the case of Aaron Carter's death in light of the recent arrest of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The timing of these developments has reignited a firestorm of conspiracy theories, prompting both fans and industry insiders to question whether there was more to the pop star's untimely demise than previously believed. Aaron Carter, once a teen sensation and younger brother to Backstreet Boys' Nick Carter, was found dead in his bathtub in 2022 at the age of 34. His death was initially attributed to a combination of drug use and long-standing mental health struggles, a tragic end to a life often marked by public turmoil and private battles. However, with Diddy now facing serious legal trouble, disturbing new claims are surfacing that suggest a deeper, more sinister connection may exist between the two entertainers. Although no official statements have confirmed the reopening of Carter's case, sources close to the situation hint that federal investigators may be re-examining key evidence, possibly linking previously overlooked details to ongoing probes surrounding Diddy. This shift in narrative has cast fresh doubt on the original conclusion and fueled suspicions that the full truth about Carter's final days has yet to emerge. Online forums and social media have exploded with theories ranging from covert industry cover-ups to claims of foul play, further intensifying public interest. As the spotlight once again falls on one of Hollywood's most tragic stories, many are now calling for a transparent investigation that leaves no stone unturned. Whether these new developments will ultimately lead to justice or simply fade into another unsolved mystery remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the story of Aaron Carter is far from over.
big as the Backstreet Boys or just as big as Britney, but not really in the sense of being big. Just having a good time and succeeding in my life and fulfilling my goals is all that really matters. No money, nothing really matters about anything.
He released 5 studio albums and famously dated actress Hilary Duff for several years. Following his death, she spoke out on Instagram saying, "For Aaron, I'm deeply sorry that life was so hard for you and that you had to struggle in front of the whole world. You had a charm that was absolutely effervescent. Boy, did my teenage self love you deeply. Sending love to your family at this time. Rest easy." Aaron's brother Nick also paid tribute to him, telling fans, "Even though my brother and I have had a complicated relationship, my love for him has never ever faded. I will miss my brother."
Did friends and family try to intervene at all, especially near the end?
I don't think so.
Why not?
To be honest, when I got there, the day the incident happened, there was no friends was there. I was really surprised. It was just me and Melanie families, a few people. But people I used to see him every day in his house, on his FaceTime, nobody was there. That's why it's kind of concerning me. What happened? What was going on the day before? Like, we need to find out. I mean, not me, but the police will find out. But there is something just...
What do you think happened?
I personally think he was on medication and he fallen asleep in a bathtub, and that's what happened. That's what I personally think, but we don't know until we find out the real,
And you said you saw aerosol cans in the bathroom, correct?
Yeah.
So there could have been that going on also?
Yes.
When was the last time you spoke to Aaron?
Well, we've been messaging on Instagram and text message like days before, but last time he FaceTimed me from Santa Monica. He was at the dentist's office. So he said, "Come down here, I'm doing a root canal. And it's very painful. I want you to hold my hand." I said, "I can't do it." And I had some plans, I had to go to work. I said, "I'll come see you tomorrow." And I couldn't go see him because I think he was traveling after that. He's doing some kind of touring, small concerts in different states.
There had been concern where fans had been reaching out and saying, "Hey, stop him from doing these drugs and stop him from doing the huffing." Had you seen that?
Yes, of course.
And did you ask him about that?
Yes, we had a conversation together and he said, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Can we please check you into rehab? You do have the insurance, Melanie told me. We can get you to the rehab." And he said, "Is that what you want me to do?" I said, "Well, I want you to do it for you than for me because I don't want to see you like this." He goes, "Okay, I'll do it. Just give me a week and I'll do it. Give me 2 weeks and I'll do it." And it never happened.
Why don't you think he wanted to go to rehab?
Because I think the mental illness he has and the addiction he had, I think was controlling his life. But Aaron also was a very lonely person in his mind, He had friends, he had family, but I think he's the type of a guy, he wants to be surrounded with family, blood-related family. He loved his son, he loved kids. And in a point he said, "Can you be the godfather of my son?" I said, "Of course I will be the godfather." But I think he was giving too much, but he was very lonely in his own mind. He wanted to be hugged. He wanted to be loved, but one person can't give all that, I think we needed more people there, but these people not there. They were not there. I think they gave up on him.
Do you think his family gave up on him?
I think they give up on him, and with all the respect to his family, and I saw the video yesterday, his brother, Nick, was crying. Of course, it's emotional. His brother. Of course, he's hurting a lot, but...
Aaron Carter appeared to be the poster child for childhood fame, rocketing to stardom at just 7 years old, selling out arenas, and living what many believed was the dream life. But behind the flashing lights and pop hits lay a far darker reality. Throughout his life, Aaron spoke openly and candidly about his struggles with mental health, the weight of childhood fame, and the deep emotional scars left by his early experiences in the entertainment industry. He often alluded to being manipulated and exploited by powerful figures in Hollywood, describing his past as a living hell. These confessions, once brushed off as part of his personal troubles, have taken on a chilling new meaning in the Diao wake of recent allegations against Sean Diddy Combs. As accusations mount and Diddy faces legal scrutiny, many are now re-examining Aaron's words, wondering if his past warnings were more than just reflections of personal pain, but in fact veiled cries for help or direct references to specific individuals who may have contributed to his suffering. The resurfacing of interviews and social media posts has fueled a wave of speculation that Aaron may have been trying to expose deeper truths about the industry before his untimely death. What once seemed like the tragic downfall of a troubled pop star is now being viewed through a much darker lens, with growing public belief that Aaron's story may be part of a larger, more sinister narrative unfolding behind the scenes of Hollywood's glittering facade.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old. I'm sorry. I'm sorry the way that I look. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. It hurts. It hurts so bad because there's like nothing I can do about it. I take it for high blood pressure medication, and I took it for my mouth. How would you feel every 2 seconds seeing a tweet? You go, oh, look at this. Oh.
I know that you have a very serious story about a pop star whose life fell completely apart. A shocking story about Aaron Carter.
Yeah, Nancy, you remember Aaron. This guy was huge back in the day. He sold millions of records, and we all watched Aaron on Dancing with the Stars. But a massive drug addiction ruined everything. His love life, his career, and he told me just how it all went downhill so fast.
When I was doing Dancing with the Stars, I developed an addiction to Xanax, because stage fright, actually. I developed stage fright during the show.
So here's Aaron's story. It all started in 2009. He went on Dancing to try to restart his career. Instead, anxiety fueled his addiction.
Started just getting heavier and heavier and heavier into the Xanax. Leslie, my sister, she was heavy into it as well. But an opportunity happened where I could save my life. Leslie never was presented that opportunity. I had a second chance to live, and she died from an overdose in my father's bed.
Leslie was just 25 when she died 2 years ago. Aaron had already been to rehab. How much Xanax were you doing?
At the height, I was taking 7 2-milligram Xanax bars, so that means 14 milligrams a day.
That is 3 times the average dose, an amount that would knock most people out. At what point did you know that you had a problem and had to stop?
I never really did.
Someone step in?
My mother stepped in. So her and my brother teamed up, and they got me to the Betty Ford Center.
Are you clean now?
Yes.
But drugs wasn't the only thing Aaron was dealing with behind the scenes of Dancing. He was millions of dollars in debt.
And that stems from the years when I was like 13, 14, 15. I turned 18 years old. I got hit with $2.2 million of stuff that I owed. The people serving me lawsuits while I was on the dance floor. People didn't always know about that kind of stuff.
I was being
served lawsuits while I was doing the interviews on the dance floor after Dancing with the Stars. And then right in front of my partner, and right in front of interviewers. And
like during the show?
Yeah.
Aaron Carter begged for help in front of the world. He begged for financial support to help get him a private security team to keep him alive. He said on numerous occasions, if anything happens to me, I promise you, I am not titled. And no one said anything.
Silence breaker for my brother who is a
Nick Carter has now been accused of an underage autistic fan with cerebral palsy.
My whole family is after my life, and they're setting me up.
Your parents blew $500 million of your money?
Yeah, somewhere between like $350, $400, $500 million. What I need is people to understand that I'm human and I make mistakes just like every other human in this world.
Aaron Carter's cause of death has been revealed,
5 months after his sudden passing. Carter was found dead on November 5th last year in a bathtub at his home in Lancaster, California. He was only 34 years old. According to a copy of his autopsy, the late musician died from drowning and the effects of difluoroethane, a flammable gas that is often used as the propellant in cans of compressed air. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's report also confirmed Carter drowned after inhalation of compressed gas and intake of alprazolam. The manner of death was ruled accidental.
Here's where the story takes an even more unsettling turn. Long before rumors surfaced about Sean Diddy Combs' alleged ties to a young Justin Bieber, quiet whispers suggested he may have had a similar connection to Aaron Carter. Both Aaron and Justin shot to fame at an early age, becoming teen heartthrobs almost overnight. But while Justin reportedly managed to escape the darker side of fame, though not without visible scars, Aaron may not have been so lucky. Insiders have long hinted that Aaron struggled under the weight of powerful influences in the industry, and some believe he never broke free from the grip that once threatened to consume him. Over the years, speculation grew around Aaron's unspoken resentment toward Bieber, with some interpreting it as a quiet grudge, possibly rooted in shared trauma. This has fueled disturbing rumors that both young stars may have known a dark secret involving Diddy, something the public was never told. Aaron's sudden death in 2022 was officially blamed on drug use and mental health struggles, a convenient explanation in a town notorious for glossing over the uncomfortable truth. But as fresh allegations against Diddy surface, more and more, people are questioning whether Aaron's death was truly accidental or if it was part of a broader cover-up. Was it just another tragedy chalked up to fame gone wrong, or was something far more sinister at play? In an industry with a long history of burying the truth beneath glossy headlines, many now believe Aaron's end may have been no coincidence at all.